Hello adventurers and welcome back to Valk'rain Gaming. So we're on episode 22 now of a Divinity 2 playthrough, and we've got a ton of quests that we can start getting on with now. What I really want to do is this all in the family one. I want to try and find this Surrey family crypt here, and hopefully this episode we can touch on this missing magistrates one, where a lot of the magistrates have gone missing and have been murdered, and we can find out a little bit about them, because I think that that's going to lead us to learning more about these trainers that we needed to help us to become the Divine. So let's start off by heading straight over to the graveyard, and we'll start having a little play around in there. Hopefully we can find, hopefully in this series family crypt that we get in there, there's some good items as well, because our party's looking like they need a bit of an upgrade now, especially Loki. We could do with some good gear putting on him. Freya's got some pretty decent gear on her now, so I mean, just close that up there. As we're looking through, Freya's got some pretty decent gear going for her. Which way am I going? I'm going the wrong way. It's never a good start. I do want to get back to this woman here as well and see about these archery weapons that she's got there. I think they could really come in handy. And like I say, Loki's definitely need an upgrade for his bow. But he's still chunking out a bunch of damage, so that's not too bad at the moment. If I want to try and find, hopefully we find some good items in this graveyard. I'm not too sure how about how a Lawful Paladin goes about doing a bit of grave digging. We'll see how Valk'rain gets on.
Damn Riker.
Let's get straight into this then. Let's see what items we can find up and around here. There's a few human skeletons. Oh, it's the demon dog. That dog looks evil. Let's see if these skeletons got anything drop down on them. Might as well start off early here. There's a lever there. Wonder if we can use that to open something up. Maybe this is the crypt.
So poised and proud.
Nothing actually telling us yet of whose crypt this is. There's a hand water pump there. We don't need that. We need an ancient human skull either. Let's see what we can do with this lever. That definitely opened it up. Let's see what's down here then.
The dog growls and bares its teeth at you in a wide, unsettling grin. You swear you see a worm emerge from its grey-pink gums, then burrow back in.
That is one death dog. But he's so sleek. So he doesn't seem to like us touching this.
From the dog's bared fangs. Where the driblets land, the soil bubbles.
Yeah, he's definitely not giving off the appeal that he's a friendly dog. I think what I'll do here is just try and be a bit sneaky here. Just get Freya behind just in case anything does kick off. Get her in a bush. I'll try and place my range characters a bit further back. Got a feeling something's going to kick off here.
Slobber drips from the dogs.
Oh, that's not what I needed. Got you done now, Valk'rain. Set Loki just atop here. Move Fenrir here. Oh, no, I'm gonna have to use Loki to talk to the dog anyway,
the dog
so.
growls and bares its teeth at you in a wide, unsettling grin. You swear you see a worm emerge from its grey pink.
Come closer. I dare you.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to be intimidated by this dog. Can't show it any weakness.
He sniffs. He snarls.
I am death. There's no defying me.
I told you. That is a bad dog. Bad dog. Let's see what he's got
The
in.
dog's growls intensify and transform into a rhythmic rasp that mimics laughter. You swear you see the ground behind him momentarily churn and tremble.
Do not mock me. You know what lies beneath. but I will not allow you another step closer, elf. Khan has already laid claim to it.
I'm gonna check ahead and say that Loki doesn't really know what he's going on about.
Lies. Enough farce. You've riled the beast, and the only cure for the affliction is blood.
The dog raises its head to the stormy sky and howls. The earth beneath you vibrates, a dirge plucked on the strings of a rotting lute.
Necrotic troll, you are summoned. Crawl through the gate. The earth opens for thee.
Told you he wasn't a good dog. Let's see if we can get a sneak attack off here. There we go. Get Freya just doing a bit of damage to the dog there. Or she was out of combat. Whoa, that is not a good... That is no good things. That is not what we wanted there. Could provoke the dog from and make him attack me, but I think at the moment I just need to take down his... Oh, he's got a ton of armor. So was that troll there? Let's see what we can break off here. Just break him down. I really didn't want that troll to kill Fenrir here. Let's boost Loki's power here. These are summons, so they are soulbound, I assume, to the dog. So I'm thinking if we can just kill the dog as quickly as possible. And that's going to be the best way to go about this. I do, however, want to... I want everyone as far away as possible from this guy. He just one-shot Fenrir there. It's a bit of a toughie. There's no high ground or anything that I can stick Loki upon so he can shoot down. There's nowhere really for him to go. Could move him out there. Because I know for a fact it's going to be an attack there. I think we're just going to chunk down its armor here. Let's take 2 shots on it. And then, oh, wrong move. And let's do attack retreat. Just move to the other end of the field. As far away from that troll as possible. Now Freya's got a good amount of dodge on her. So I'm not too worried about her being in the way of this guy. Let's see if we can... Is that resisted by physical armor? Let's try and chunk down this armor then. That's that armor gone. If we apply Shackles of Pain, straight onto the dog there. Give everyone just a quick encourage. Boost their stats a little bit there. It's just going to suffer more and more. We can quickly be overwhelmed here with this. Loki's taking a bit of a beating there. Can, however, now make him miss a turn here. That could work in our favour. That's it. Oh no. Loki, you need to run! I'm sure we can chunk him down here. What kind of damage are we going to be pushing out onto this? That's a nice amount. And I think what we'll do then is we'll clear mind onto Freya and boost her stats again. This is not a fight I was actually expecting to get myself into so early on. But like I say, these are all summons, they're all soulbound, so I assume into the dog. I'm hoping to the dog. So I'm thinking, there it is. That's what we needed. Let's get Fenrir back up. Just quickly. Oh, thought I clicked on it then. Oh, I'm just out of range of him. Ain't that always the way? Fenrir not knowing what chunked him down there, just a straight hit, one shot. I suppose that's what you get for being a bit of a squishy. Let's get Fenrir to heal up Loki now. Let's get the party linked back together. Pop himself a first aid on as well. But no one else took any damage, so my two melee characters seem to handle themselves pretty well. Oh, that's a nice little... We got an unidentified dagger there. I was about to say it's a nice dagger, but we don't know what it is yet. Let's get that quickly identified by Fenrir. Is that better than what Freya's got at the moment? It's a lot better. A lot better indeed. And we'll drop it just in there. And quickly just do myself a quick rune extraction. So we can get the physical damage back. Back in this dagger here. There we go. Get that 9% damage boost on there as well. Get that up again. So she's going to be doing even more damage. That's exactly what we want. Our whole role in the party is to do as much damage as possible. Hopefully this is the Surrey. Oh no, it's not. It's just a crypt. Let's turn these lights on. I want to be wandering around in the darkness.
Still here. Like the air itself's been petrified.
All these are petrified. They've all got a fair bit of armor on them. Is there anything? Oh, there's a backpack here. Pick that up. A rusty amulet. We'll take that as well. Take the wooden figure. Is that amulet good for anything? No, it's not. That's a shame. There's more human skeletons around. There was a real massacre going on in this graveyard. Let's read these crafting books. They're doing oil flask now. We'll take the gold. The books don't sell for much, so I won't bother with taking them. So is this the lady that the dog was on about? I'm really not liking the fact that these things are petrified. I mean, she's petrified as well. Is there... Oh, look at this. Oh. Well, that's not good. Valk'rain just got himself petrified there. We got to bless. Let's bless Valk'rain. Pick up these items while he's blessed as well. Okay, well it seems that we have to bless them to unpetrify her. I'm not too sure if I want to commit to that. We have just fought a demon dog, so I can't imagine what she's like. Let's identify these legs that we got here. They're definitely mage legs. Mage legs indeed. Let's pop them onto Fenrir. We haven't got magical shell as a spell, so I'm wondering now. These guys again, like I say. Can't imagine she can unpetrify them. But is it a risk I'm willing to take? That's the thing. Let's set the party up. I know there's going to be a fight here. There's definitely going to be a fight here. There's always a fight. Let's get Freya into sneaking again. And then we'll use Fenrir's bless. He can bless her to get her to come out of the petrify. we got... Let's pop Loki here. He can be far enough back by the light. Let's see how this works out. Oh no, just petrified. Let's try this again. See, that's what accidentally misclicks get for you. I need you to cast Bless. We'll take that off for a second. Now, no one else get petrified. So it's Fenrir that's talking to her.
She huffs in annoyance and rolls her eyes.
Oh, all this trouble, and for nothing. Never figured I'd need frost armor.
I wonder if anyone actually really knows if they ever get petrified. Let's ask if she
You
does.
want me to spoil the story before you see how it ends? I'd never be so rude.
She purses her lips and coyly tilts her head.
Oh, but do forgive me. I haven't offered you proper thanks.
She bows in insincere reverence. Her arm rests on her back, hand mere inches from her staff.
Okay, so she's definitely going to get us in a fight here. Let's try to use intelligence. Nah, I was never going to pass that.
She rises from her bow. The deep blue veins on her face pulse violently.
So it's going to be another fight, huh?
Oh, honey, I know this isn't the way you wanted it to end, but anathema is still out there, and I'm not keen on competition if you get my drift.
A jolt of cursed fire flares from her staff.
Bring it.
Let's see if we can break it down here. What she's summoning. Oh, that is another big summon there. And then he's just summoning more. He's got no magical armor whatsoever, so I might get Fenrir to take care of him. Okay then. Let's try and get as much physical damage down onto her as possible. Is that going to hit her if I land there? It does. Let's see if we can pop a cripple onto her. There we go. Okay then. I'm a bit worried about setting this on fire, this poison cloud. Could be they could have some devastating effects there. Let's teleport. See, these guys are just going to be in the way. I wonder how far away we can teleport him. See if we can get him caught anywhere. Can't land him in there, unfortunately, even though it says I can. Anyway, back here he's just going to be on top of Loki. Let's pop him back here. Let's pop him down there and do some damage to him. Throw a fireball at him. See if we can keep him on fire there. That's it now. Again, these are soulbound. So hopefully, if we can kill her as quick as possible, then they're not going to be a problem at all. I don't want to spend too much time focusing on them if she's the real threat. So we'll try and chunk her down as quickly as possible. Let's get Freya in and behind her as fast as we can. Give everyone a quick encourage. There we go, that's some big damage down onto her now. I knew that's exactly what that was going to do. Just keep her knocked down as much as possible. Then hit her up some big damage. Oh yeah. And we got these guys to deal with. First we're gonna hit. Let's heal up Loki. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose party members every fight that I get into. That's really annoying. I don't think we do. We aren't doing any damage to him whatsoever. So I think we're just gonna focus up on damage these ones over here. So we'll just fortify Loki as well. Put some defensive spells down. Just double test that we're not gonna do any damage to him. Nah, it's not that much damage to him. Well, Loki's mind's just been dominated. We were just helping you, Loki. First chance he gets, he turns. Shouldn't really matter too much. I think Freya's got enough damage to put it down. Pepper's on fire there. Let's see how much damage we need to do here. I think we'll just get some attacks in. That should be enough to put it down. There we go. Oh no! Pepper died. That's not what we wanted. Not Pepper. Let's heal everyone up quickly. That necrofire really gets you deep. Got nothing to say to you, Loki. Betrayed us once again. Let's see what she got on her. That must have been a major reason why we was all down here. Look at this ripped piece of paper. Let's have a quick read of this. Oh yeah. So that's the artifact that I assume that we're looking for then. It does refer the Surrey's family in here. I think we'll pick all that up then. Is that the Shadow Tomb key? That sounds pretty decent. Razor Bone Willows. Oh, that might be a good skill to pass over to Freya there. She's got the necromancy abilities. Poor Pepper, man. As if Pepper died. I'm genuinely a little bit sad that Pepper's dead. I mean, I know he was bad, but nothing good comes from being a void-woken chicken. He didn't deserve to go out like that. Not in the fires. I don't think there's anything else in here now. I feel like I should be like breaking these or something. Like, do you reckon they have anything good in them? I mean, I'm all about that loot. Oh, we got XP from them. Yeah, we'll exploit that. I mean, they can't do anything. They're just rocks. Oh, you can cripple them though. That kind of makes me feel a bit bad here about this. I'm gonna take that though. 110 gold. Feeling like we should get Freya to beat these. Seems like more of her thing. I think she'd definitely be the one that'd want to put them out their misery. Look at that. Oh, unidentified ring there. That's gonna be a good ring as well, I bet you. Oh, you're missing a lot here, Freya. A lot of peer pressure on you. Everyone's watching. Let's break these up. Come on. Got silence and acid on that one there. Oh, he had nothing as well. At least we did get a good ring out of it. Let's make our way back up onto the surface now then. Let's get Fenrir just to quickly identify these. Not learn that skill though. I think we'll give Freya that skill. Oh yeah, that's another good necromancy ability there. It's a good summoning for her, I imagine. Identify that ring. That's a really strong ring there. Thinking sense of like Who's got the worst magic armor? 11, 8, 16. I think you've got the worst ones. You have got the summoning ability. I think we'll give it Fenrir. Get rid of that 6-1 on there. Give himself some higher amount of magic armor there. Too many clickbacks there. So, oh, there's the Surrey crypt. Should look at the map earlier. I think what I'll do before I go down into this crypt, let's have a bit more of a look around this graveyard, see if there's anything else that we can, anything else I can grab up. Because we have got ourselves a level up now as well, which I might do in between the episodes here. For some reason, Valk'rain just wanted to throw that coffin across. These statues do anything?
A warm sight in weary times.
Nothing out of them.
A cremation pyre, from fire to ash, from ember to flame.
Well, this definitely looks right up Fenrir's alley here. I wonder if this is like an ancestral burial ground or something. Can you bring that out? Can you use your telekinesis to bring that across? Get out the fire. No, we don't want to be messing with that at the moment because it's burning. Can we, like, no, we can't use it on it. Let's see what it is.
The chest before you is covered in old ancient empire pictograms. You consider trying to find some lockpicks in your bag, but looking at the chest, you don't see any keyhole.
Locked without a keyhole.
You
It's a lock
hear
without a
a
lock.
deep rumbling from inside the chest, and a voice emerges. It hisses and clicks, but doesn't make any sense.
So we can use our scholar ability now then, because obviously we're a dwarf of the world. We know what we're doing, and we'll see if we can address it in any
The
language.
chest responds with more hissing. It's a language, but you don't understand it. Given the pictograms, you assume it's an ancient lizard tongue.
So I wonder if Fenrir can speak to it.
The chest before you is covered in old ancient empire pictograms. You consider trying to find some lockpicks in your bag, but looking at the chest, you don't see any keyhole. You hear a deep rumbling from inside the chest, and a voice emerges. It hisses and clicks, but doesn't make any sense.
So let's get Fenrir to talk to it in lizard tongue.
The chest responds, but you still can't understand it. It's a lizard dialect, all right, but it sounds ancient. The only word you can make out is Zara, a common name back in the ancient empire. The chest refuses to open.
So the only lizard word he understood was Zara. So
The chest
oh,
before
I
you,
didn't mean
you
to
hear
click
the
on that
chest
again. So we're not getting in that anytime soon. We'll see if there's anything else around here though that can help us find out how to get in that thing. I mean, look at these. That's just blowing fire down onto the ground all day. Seems to be like a...
An ancestor tree.
I was gonna say.
Pure grace in an undeserving world. The spirit of the tree may have much to say.
This the spirit of the tree? Let's try to get Loki to talk to this tree here.
The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep underground to the surface above and beyond. But this tree feels tainted.
Let's see if Loki can touch into his ancestors here.
You are a scion of the elves. The mother tree demands your blood. You do not have a choice. She has a plan, and you must serve her with your death. You heed your mother's wishes and take root. But then you hear a voice, a friendly whisper from beyond. The voice knows you. He understands you. He loves you. He offers you your freedom and asks but one small service in return. Grateful, you accept. In an instant, you are an elf once more, walking in the world. But your new friend begins to make demands. Small services, then larger and more often. They cause you pain. At last, he bids you guard your tree. He expects you shall have guests. You shall kill the Godwoken when they come. Then you shall be free.
That didn't bode well for us. We got some elf that was turning into a tree and then decided not to. Took on what I can only imagine is a demon. And now we're like hanging around her tree. Yeah, we'll be getting out of here for that. We're finding some weird stuff in this episode. I gotta admit. Not the exact loot we was looking for. Got a waypoint there as well. Is that going to be locked? What's this?
The headless statue looms over you. Its plinth bears the same rotation scratches as its counterpart.
That one's facing backwards.
The statue doesn't move, no matter how much force you apply.
So we can't turn this one. Let's see. Oh, we ain't got anything to repair it with. I'm assuming you don't use a repair hammer, right? No, that's not it. Well, it seems to be loose in its head.
Bears a series of deep circular scratches upon its stone. The statue can be rotated.
So let's see if we can rotate this one round so it matches the same sort of angle as this one.
The sculpture looks
I want to keep rotating it.
You cringe. You cringe at the sound of stone grating against stone.
Well, that's facing the same way now. I wonder if we have to find... That might be another thing in this place. Gotta find a head and some arms. We'll go this way first. That'll be it. Head of an angelic statue. That was quite convenient, turning around the corner and finding it there. Everything's locked. And as it should be in a graveyard. Let's see if we can put this head back onto the statue. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Thought I was just being blind then and couldn't see it. There we go. Was that it? We didn't have to find the hands? Oh, we'll take that. Whoa, that crossbow does some major damage there. We've got some mysterious legs that we need to discover. What are these? I think we just got our upgrade for Floki here. Let's see what we got. Oh, they are definitely something we need. However, that does sit nice with Freya there. I mean, she's giving me more front line, so I'm wondering if it's better to put some more physical armor on her than getting the initiative boost as well would be good. And we'll put these on Loki here. Make himself a bit more armored up. We do have a crossbow that does outright more more damage flat out. I think we're gonna have to pop that on just for the damage. I mean, that weapon is getting pretty low. I mean, it's a level 6 weapon down there. We definitely need to upscale some of his items that he's got here now. He's falling a little bit behind. Everyone else seems to be pretty alright. Fenrir as well could do with a bit of an upgrade. Let's see if there's anything else. We've been down this way. I was hoping there was a little bit more to this crypt there, but I can't grumble with some good loot. Nothing over this way. Let's get Valk'rain to make his way up here. These look like
Queen
dwarfs.
of Pearls. Duna's mistress, the tales say. Queen, mistress, mother. She blessed us all.
Some odd noises coming out there then. There's a dead dwarf over here. Nothing again. I mean, that dwarf. If this is a dwarf burial, then that is fascinating there. Let's make our way up.
We are the Earth's caretakers. In death, we are the skies.
Might as well pick up this gold here.
The eagle glowers at you with one baleful eye, keeping the other eye firmly trained on the stringy morsels of rotting flesh dangling from its beak.
You dare touch Master's gifts. No invitation. Leave now. Leave me and Master alone.
So that bird wants us nothing to do with it. Let's see what Loki can find out from this body arm. This body arm? This arm.
Biting deep into the rotting flesh, your senses are assailed with a rank odor of meat long past its prime. Your memory wavers and becomes not your own, but the memory of one who led the most solitary of lives. You see myriad wings flapping, your hand scattering birdseed. You hear the screeching of eagles, the tearing of flesh. All of your life is centered on this place, this pedestal of death. All of your life is dedicated to feeding your eagles the meat of your dearly departed people.
Oh, he's got bone cage ability then. Oh, that'd have been really good for Freya there. Let's see if we get anything on the spirit vision.
Inspiration to our people.
See what Valk'rain can say to him.
Watch yourself. There's a voice whispering promises to the dead around here. Word is that they'll be walking about with flesh on their bones again if they send you to the Hall of Echoes.
Let's find out how he died.
You're God-woken, ain't you? You've a certain something about your aura.
I think opening up the spirit vision in the graveyard's probably just condemned us.
Don't ask me why. But someone out there's got it in for you and everyone like you.
Didn't get much information off that one apart from knowing someone's trying to kill us.
Spirits at loggerheads.
Let's reach into the
In a
argument.
flash, you are both of them, brother and sister. Your feminine side is a rebel, rising up against the tyrannical queen. Your masculine side is a royalist, loyal to the monarch he loves. As the brother, you rescue your sister from the pikes of the royal guard. Together, you flee across the sea to the melting pot of Driftwood and Reaper's Coast. But in Driftwood, you visit the lizard. You are the sister, and you know that something is wrong. You climb the stairs to rescue your brother, and find him fighting for his life against the dwarves who would rob him. Both of you die.
That was a tail cut short.
But your killers do right by their fellow dwarves, and bring you here to lay you to rest. As spirits, you fight for eternity, one convinced that the queen is a tyrant, the other that your treason was wrong.
So you have to pick one side on here. I think as a paladin, you gotta stand up for what you believe in. I don't think he'd be too much on the rebellion side. Oh no, that's the rebellion was a terrible mistake. I think we definitely gotta stand up for what we
The
believe
sister
in.
smiles. She feels vindicated. Her brother still does not agree. The rebellion was a disaster. The rebellion was a mistake that cost them their lives.
There's nothing that we found from there either.
Watching the birds pick your body clean is almost soothing. At least you know you're doing some good for a creature. And it means that elf ain't getting his claws on my corpse.
That's definitely one way to look at it.
Not mine specifically, but he creeps from grave to sepulchre, taking what he wants. Whatever he wants.
A grim expression passes across her face as she looks out over the graveyard.
The dead don't rest easy in this garden. Not by half.
I want to find out more about this elf who's zooming
He
around.
lives in the big house by the gate. I ain't about to wander up and ask for a name, mind you.
Although saying that, Loki can't talk. He's been munching on everyone's body parts in this series.
The less I see of him, the happier I'll rest.
She was on about a house further up. Let's see if we can have a quick scout out on the map here. Not seeing anything. Is there, oh, there is.
We
Right by the
are
gate there.
inspiration to our people.
Look what we'll do then. We'll start heading over towards there.
That installation, we're an example.
I wonder if the pop spirit vision as we're walking through here we'll find any good spirits to talk to. There's one.
This creature is as blank as a silent monk. Dark magic at work.
So some dark magic going ahead.
The lizard hums tunelessly. Not a melody exactly, but more of a meandering moan.
10 spans under, humans slept. 10 spans up, the dwarves were kept. Lizards burned in lasting flame. Elven trees towards skies did aim.
There's an interesting song you got there. Let's introduce ourselves to this lady. It seems she knows a bit more about the graveyard. She seems to be, well, she's a gravekeeper, so she's definitely hanging around here a lot.
Tending graves.
Let's see if she's alright.
She flinches as you move closer.
No, no touching.
One like that, I
Her
swear.
humming fades. The eerie silence lasts for several seconds.
Riker might get mad. He doesn't like it when someone touches his things.
Let's hear about this Riker. That's what our guy earlier was talking
She
about.
shivers and whispers.
Powerful sorcerer. Lives here, right in the garden. He can take the you from you. No brain, just body.
Okay, so he's making some brainless corpses up there.
She points at her head.
The servants, they got nothing up there. Riker has it all now. They need to be freed. Only way, kill Riker.
I don't know who this Riker is, so we'll go with the first option
The
there.
servants, so lost, chained by Sorcerer Riker, but they can still go home to the hall. Set them free.
The ensuing silence lasts for several seconds, until she picks up the melody once again and turns away.
We're definitely becoming more like hired assassins here. That's definitely a job for Freya, but I think we need to find out who this Riker is first. And I think what we'll do now then is, this will be a great opportunity now just to end this this episode. We've picked up a lot of information for this graveyard so far, so in the next episode we'll investigate a little bit more. But until next time, fellows, farewell!